Live. How's it going?
Vaping. I've meaning to talk to you about that. It's really unprofessional vaping on the stream, Josh.
I know. I'm trying to be like Art Spiegelman.
Terrible. You're not Art Spiegelman, Josh. Not yet.
No. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Actually, I feel like absolute shit. I treated myself. I thought so. Like while I finished this comic, I bought myself a 3-pound bag of trail mix. I've just been eating while I'm drawing, and you ever eat too much trail mix and you feel like your lungs are full of peanut dust. Like I can't breathe.
I've always been careful.
Short of breath, I can't breathe. Like I really feel like feel bad.
I was hanging out like 10 years ago with HTML Flowers and JMKE, my acronym friends. Me and Joe, JMKE, were day drunk, like shopping, looking at a shop, and HTML Flowers, Grant, had eaten an entire giant bag of almonds, and he was fucked, and he like almost passed out on a bench. So he was like moaning and like phoned us from outside, like, I can't move, I'm on the bench, help. And we were really pissed off because we were like on this day drunk buzz and just having a great time and shopping, and we had to like drag him home basically. But you've got to be careful, Josh.
I get the feeling. It's really just like, it feels like I can imagine like a really dark, dusty room with one single light so you can see all the little dust particles. That's what my insides feel like right now.
Are you going to be okay to stream?
Yeah, I'll be all right. Also, I have a new eye twitch. Like I've been drawing or like I was thinking so much yesterday. I have a new eye twitch that's making it difficult to focus on small details.
Well, you're working hard. You're would you say comics broke you, Josh?
I'd say the comics have broken me.
Not financially, but just physically.
Just yeah, physically.
Oh well, let's hopefully we can struggle through it. Is that fourth or third video this week? I think we've got
third video.
Okay. And we've got another one coming up tomorrow as well. We've got an interview tomorrow. They're exciting. We're really popping off here at Manga Chat.
Yeah.
Well, at the top of the show, Josh, I think we have a plug.
Yeah, big news.
What is it?
War Epic. Nathan COWDRY has a new book out, which you can get from, I'm not sure. I guess if you go to his Instagram, Stinkstagram, you can find it. But War Epic Part 2. I don't think he's labeled it Part 1 and 2, has he? It's just War Epic and then War Epic.
Confusingly, yes. He's an odd fellow. Yeah, he posted a fantastic promotional videoette this morning. Did you watch all of that with the puzzle ending?
I watched all of it to the puzzle. It was a great video.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's a great video maker. He's a great cartoonist. The new War Epic looks incredible. I ordered it straight away.
I'm going to wait until Secret Headquarters has it. I believe Secret Headquarters is getting a bunch. So
I reckon they'll do some US distro, to make it easier. Yeah. But yeah, they're exciting. The new COWDRY comic. Been waiting for that. He's buffed that out in record time, and they're excited. I just got this in the mail yesterday. It's the Jimmy Brown.
I was at that concert.
You what? You're at that concert?
I was at that one. It's at Abyssinia in Philadelphia. It says live in New York, but it's in Philadelphia. Yes,
it's the Abyssinia Ethiopian restaurant. So
yeah, I was there.
Great cover there. It's got all the classics on there. Obese Alcoholic, Bin Man, one of my favorites. I drank from a puddle. It's a VHS. I had a massive just nostalgia wave just touching this tape and smelling it. Like, just the smell of this.
Putting your finger in the little hole and just turning the...
Yeah, spinning it. And the button on the side that opens up the this. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Flashbacks. Flashed me back to taping things off the TV. And
I often think about getting one of those small VHS television combinations and just buying a bunch of VHS tapes, but...
Yeah, I wrote to Jim. He owed me a favor, so I was like, God, there's no download code in here, Jim. Like, I threw out my last VCR at the city dump in 2007. Like, I'm not going to track one down just to watch this. But he sent me the download code. So there are 4 of these left at time of airing here. There's 4 copies of this available at Jim's Bandcamp. So I'd recommend you get on over there, and you can hassle him for the files. He sent me the file for it. And Good stuff.
Nice.
A great watch. Great concert by young Jimmy Brown there.
Yeah, it's a great one.
I dug out my my Radioactive Man #1 overnight. We're talking about the Bongo comics yesterday.
Yeah.
I was looking at this.
I just had the Simpsons comics.
Yeah, Glow in the Dark. What's that?
I think I had a different Radioactive Man comic, but mostly just the regular Simpsons comics.
Well, yeah, did you have the weird British imprint ones? So yeah.
I had both. Like I think I got to like issue 15 or something with the weird English like magazine size ones, and I got a computer and bought the American ones off eBay. I like this a lot better.
Yeah. I was looking through mine the other day. I found some of the Otter Press Australian ones, and they're just not as good. The paper's a bit shittier and
glossier.
Yeah, but there's a Jim Woodring comic in this one that I have. It's a Halloween one, and it doesn't look like Jim Woodring. It's like an EC kind of spoof. It's crazy. It's like the Simpsons drawn by Jim Woodring. It's worth holding on to, even if it's a shit Australian imprint edition.
Yeah.
I love this. The glow in the dark cover, just sensational. Yeah. And I got my Gru the Wanderer #1. So I'm on the Gru train. I'm going to collect all the Grus. I'm currently bidding on a lot on eBay for issues 1 through 95.
That's
$170. So I mean, do the math. That's so cheap for like 95 comic books. $175.
They're going to ruin the fun of. I thought part of the fun was like slowly collecting them. If you just buy them all in one go, that's just a big purchase.
Well, yeah, but it's so cheap because they're usually $5 to $10 each, and then you got to pay shipping. So unless I start going and back issue hunting, but then I got to like leave the house and stuff. So I was like, I was a bit drunk. I was like, I'll just bid on the big lots, and I'll probably get outbid. There's 2 other people watching. Hey, you cunts out there, you back off. It's my fucking listing. I shouldn't have said anything. People are going to be out there trying to buy all my Grus now. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed you've the title of this episode is mid-career picks.
Yeah.
Now, we don't mean mid as in the contemporary young person's usage of that vernacular, where it means like middle of the road or average. Ooh, that's mid. The kids say.
No. Also, I don't really want it to mean mid-career, because I like to think that I'm on an upward trajectory, and we're both. I don't like mid-career. I don't know. A different phrase for that.
Yeah, well, I just we did the formative career picks last week, so I just thought this was like mid-career, like and we're at different stages in our careers, because like all my stuff I picked, it was like when I was a kid in the 90s, and the stuff you picked last week was like you're in your early 20s. So when I say mid-career, I mean for me it's going to be different times. So it would be interesting to see what we pick and what discussion comes out of this. Oh no. This is terrible news from Cycle Cleveland.
Yeah, I think this person probably had the listing for a long time, and then thought, actually these are priced too low. So yeah, you got fucked there.
Yeah, well, I raced out and got the Jam sketchbook and a few floppies I was missing before the news came out of Joe's horrible, depressing, untimely passing. So I was out there like a vulture, scabbing out all the rare ones. Smart seller there. I lost them. And then I found them again, and now they're twice the price.
Yeah. So yeah, mid-career picks, basically stuff. I guess like not formative picks. What would you say these are?
Well, it's just sort of I'd say in the middle of our career or whatever, just like halfway along. Like we're already cartooning, like we're already drawing comics. And this is stuff that was exciting as kind of may have changed the trajectory, Yeah,
I had to think what era that would be for me. So I think this is like, so I just tried to pick stuff that was like the last half of living in Chicago. That was around the mid area for me. So this is all, I've got all stuff that was kind of exciting during that time.
Yeah, sounds about right. It sounds like you've listened to the brief and you've done some picks, and we can talk about it. We may as well just get into it, I suppose. Yeah. People are just Cycle Cleveland and the gang there. They're probably all like chomping at the fucking bit, just like, what are these mid-career picks? What are they going to talk about?
Yeah. Should we go the first one?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, all right. You've got the Everything Together by Sammy Harkham there.
Yeah.
And I've got Kramer's Ergot #5, edited by Sammy Harkham. So fucking Harkham's got us there. He's the mid-career man.
Yeah, like so I picked this one because it was like, I don't know, this just blew my mind. I remember like this was like during a period I have a lot of like false starts with comics, and a lot of those false starts, I think, probably if I look at them now, were kind of rip-offs of somersaulting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost on my list. So it was almost on my list. Somersaulting, fantastic.
Yeah, there's something about this, like I think about this one a lot. The fact that I don't know if I've ever seen like a heat wave drawn so well. Like you really feel, when I read this one, I feel like I'm in this Australian town, and yeah, so evocative. Like it feels nostalgic. It feels like hot there. Yeah.
Yeah. As a card carrying Aussie, I can confirm that comic does stink of Australia.
Yeah. Horse Sailor's another great one. That one's like when he gets his arm cut off, it really feels like horrific.
It's a great collection. False advertising, I must point out, it's called Everything Together, but it does not include the material from Crickets 2, which is incredibly fucking rare. Like it's so difficult to find. I don't have a copy of Crickets 2. It was, I don't know, low print run or something.
I was actually the other day when I was going through all my messages, reading messages that I sent to Joe Matt. I think the last thing I had asked him was, "Do you have a copy of Crickets 2?"
He probably sold it on eBay.
Yeah, he said he didn't have a copy.
Yeah, he would have cycled through it, or probably as Joe did. Read them and then got rid of them. Only kept the most, perfect books.
Other thing I love about this is like every really short strip is so dense. It feels like this one pager feels like a 4-pager. Everything, like these ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everything in here is a banger. It's great comic.
But I don't know why he didn't put the other stuff in there. I think the Golem stuff not in there. I think like the first chapter of Black Death from Crickets 1. I think that's not in there, is it?
They have. So there's this one. I just saw it. Let me see. I don't believe this is Crickets 1, but it has Golem Comics.
Yeah, I think that was the back cover of Crickets 1.
Oh yeah.
Mine are right in the living room, all my Harkham stuff on the good shelf. Well, not to say my shelves in here aren't good. There's a lot of good stuff in here as well, but it's all dispersed around the house. Picture Box published that. I'm not sure if you can still pick them up. A lot of the Picture Box books, you can get them pretty cheap. They're all sold off in bulk after Dan Nadell shut down the operation. So yeah, I know a lot of these Kramers, you can kind of pick them up as well. Don't know about this one, but number 6 was around quite cheap for a while.
I forgot my water.
All right. Yeah, I wonder what year this was you picked this up, Josh, in your Chicago years. You must be talking like six years ago or something. You've left. Yeah, Sammy Harkham. What's that?
I think about 6 years ago.
Yeah. So you were just, what was Goiter coming out then? What number of Goiter was out at that point?
I think Goiter 2 was 2017, so about that time.
Okay.
Yeah, about 2017. I think so. It was like 1 was 2015, 2017, and then things sped up, obviously.
Still in your 20s, a young, fresh-faced lad.
Working at the Gap.
Working at the Gap, of course. The Gap years.
They don't let me out front.
Of course not. You scare the customers away.
Yeah.
Your sunken cheeks and your British demeanour.
Yeah.
Who's this cunt? I don't want to buy pants from him. Oh, gosh. Seems all uppity, that posh British kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to pick Everything Collected or Everything Together by Harkham, but I cheated again. Like last time I cheated, I chose like the complete 8-ball and the complete, whatever. But yeah, I've gone for an anthology because it sort of encompasses lots of different stuff. But yeah, it's number 5, 2014. 2004. This came out 2004. I remember Kramer's Ergot 4 the previous issue of like 2003 sent ripples throughout the Hobart comic scene. They had one copy down at the university bookstore, and everyone was just like shitting themselves around town. And I never got a copy of number 4 at the time. It was really hard to track down, but I got this one in 2004, and it just blew my mind.
So I don't have that one. Who's in that? What are the highlights of that issue?
Well, the highlights for me, I mean, you got Chris Ware and all big fuckers like that. You got one of the big things in it was this the David Heatley thing, the My Sexual History strip, the incredibly dense, incredibly open and very revealing sexual history strip that was later censored in the collected edition, but this is the one that actually has the uncensored cocks and fannies. But and that was a good strip at the time. A lot of people were all oh, Heatley's interesting, but the stuff that really blew me away was there's Gary Panther in here, and this is a fantastic Jordan Crane strip, the Hand of Gold, or over here this cowboy strip, incredible stuff. Really, the bit where he's lost in the cave at the end. Yes, the stuff that blew me away in 2004 was the Paper Rad stuff.
Yeah,
I'd already been into Paper Rad and stuff, and on their website, but this was like a big, colorful, crazy shit. I never got into computer coloring, but I started drawing like this basically, like a lot of Australians and Europeans. We all just started ripping off Paper Rad and Ben Jones unashamedly. We couldn't help it. I think it was similar to Shia LaBeouf when he ripped off that Dan Clowes strip and made the movie out of it. I think he was just a bit mental and just like, oh, no one's going to know. And like, I kind of know what I'm doing, but I'm hiding it from myself, and I'm just ripping this stuff off. But, no one will know.
Yeah.
But people do find out and call you out and start calling you a rip-off. And it happened to me.
Did you, was there kind of some of that with Mega Monk just being like, no one will ever read no one knew about the children's books,
Yeah, a little bit. I think I just kind of, it became my thing. I mean, I made it my own. I mean, I was like, that's my Mega Monk. They look different. There's extra G's on their names. But, I don't know. It kind of, to me, it just feels like a separate thing. But one of the most embarrassing things, this CF comic, like this was so influential to a lot of people and mind blowing at the time. But if you look at that owl there, it does look a lot like the owl from my comics. And I remember at the time, I was like, when I started doing Meg and Mog, it was like 2008 when I was living in London, and I was like, don't make my owl look like this owl. I was very conscious, like, I wanted to have an owl. The roommate in Meg and Mog, I'd been drawing just Meg and Mog funny comics. Like, they've got to have a roommate. I'll put the owl in there, like in the kids' books. And I didn't want him to be a short little squat owl, like in the kids' books. I wanted him to be a big, tall, man-sized owl. And I was like, I'm aware that this exists. Don't make him look like this. And I completely fucked up, and it just looks exactly like that. I just have a white version of that owl. It's very embarrassing. People will call me out about it. But this is a slightly more detailed owl, but you can really see the influence on my work there. Just like the speech bubbles and the text and watercolors and shit paper but I still maintain to this day I may have gotten very inspired visually by this stuff, but I always told my own stories. I was never trying to do like magic realism, sci-fi stories with magical kind of like goings on and stuff like that. I always told my sad, druggy, junky sort of semi-autobio stories, and with the real Simpsons influence mixed in there and that kind of sitcom storytelling and a clarity of storytelling. So, we all take our influences in and make it a big hodgepodge. And we've all got our own visual handwriting as well that you sort of can't beat out. Some people are amazing style mimics, but I'm not. I can only really draw this one way, like this shit version of Paper Rad and CF. Hugely influential, this book. I mean, number 6 was great as well, of the Kramer's Ergot, and then 7 was the big giant one.
So your choice, is it that issue or the Kramer's series?
No, it's this issue. It's this particular issue of Kramer's Ergot. This was like the first one I owned that I picked up in 2004, and it meant so much to me. Like this cartooning just excited me so much. Like, not just me, lots of people. Like, it was a new thing. It was like Raw or something. It was like the second coming. It was this amazing anthology series with all these new exciting modes of drawing and creation, and and Sammy Harkham started breaking out all the Fort Thunder artists and sort of getting them out to a wider audience.
Yeah.
And, life changing for me. Absolutely life changing mid-career pick.
Answer AGSG, the Even Stevens movie, which is based on David Boring.
No, what was it? It was Justin Damio or something. It was from a McSweeney's, from the Book of People. I think like Zadie Smith edited this Clowes thing, and Shire just ripped it off, just like scene for scene, and just called it something different. But he famously does the skywriting, like I'm sorry, Daniel Clowes, and
needless to say, he had the last laugh.
Oh, I'm just thinking of Partridge now. Needles to say. Oh, Julia Davis. Anyway,
should we do our second pick?
Yeah. Oh, just on a side note, have you listened to the new Partridge podcast yet?
I haven't yet. No, actually, I completely forgot about it.
I'm like halfway through. It's good. It's pretty good. I was doing the dishes, listening to it the other night, having a good crack up. Yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, second pick, Josh. So, yeah, you went for the Harkham for the first one. I went for the Harkham anthology.
Yeah.
What do you got? Bang! Oh, Van Sciver. I've got Mold Map 3.
No, I have not read that.
Yeah, it's fucking rare. I just did a search around on eBay and for shops to see if you could pick these up anywhere, and it's just rare as hen's teeth. Yeah, Van Sciver, a good, solid fucking pick. One of the best.
This one was massive for me. I don't know. There was like when I discovered this, and it seems like approachable, and if like I would read like a 8-ball or something like that, but you read that stuff, it feels like I'm never going to be able to draw like that. I'm never going to be able to tell these kinds of stories. This just feels like if I, or like at least the early ones, it was a lot more like if I really apply myself, I can get to this maybe, or something close to this.
Yeah, this shit. So it's very good for aspirational younger cartoonists. So I could do this.
Yeah, but it was I don't know, it was influential. I just like these stories. It's just like they're so funny, and there's like so much variation of story types. My favorite one, I think, I don't know if I have this one, is the White River Junction story about Center for Cartoon Studies. I think one of the funniest comics ever.
Yeah, it is. It's incredible.
Yeah, so Blammo.
Is it Blammo 9? I think that the White River Junction thing's in.
I thought it was 10, but it's probably 9.
It might be 10. I think it's collected in the As a Cartoonist collection from Fantagraphics. But yeah, great. Noah's one of the best. I remember thinking Noah was quite shit for quite a while back in 2011, 2012. I didn't rate him too much, but then the lizard laughed came out from Oily Comics, from Charles Forsman's outfit, and it blew me away. And I was like, oh, he's fucking leveled up. Like, this guy's good. And then from then on, he was just firing on all cylinders. And I think Noah is one of the best contemporary cartoonists of our generation.
It's nice to see with these early issues. Like, I don't think he's like a natural artist. He's just become incredible from like working so hard. Now he's like
100%
one of the best like artists out there, but it's just from pounding away at it. So yeah, this early stuff, it's different.
Yeah, he was just trying to better himself constantly. He was always hustling. Like, he's famously sending all these fucking what are they called? Not applications. Sending comics to Eric Reynolds, trying to get in like Mome. Like,
I think some of those rejections, like I don't know where I've seen them. Are they on maybe in these issues, or they're on a blog? But I think he's posted those rejections somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen them somewhere. I think Eric's written about it before, like this young, plucky Van Sciver sending all these comics and like, not quite, good, here's some notes, not quite ready for prime time. Like, keep going, man. Like, keep sending stuff. Like, and then I guess it just, for everyone, it just clicked. I mean, you just, we all start out a bit sucky, and you work hard and you experiment and you get better. And, you can't, not many people just pick up a guitar and are just like fucking virtuosos straight away. Good for you if you are, but most of us have to work hard and grow and learn from our mistakes. Yeah, no, good pick, solid pick there. the old Van Sciver. When was this you discovered Van Sciver? When did you first pick him up?
I actually got in Quimby's. They had I bought Youth Is Wasted was the first, I think, which is like well out of print now. But yeah, I think that had Abbey's Road in it and Punks versus Lizards, all that stuff. So yeah, that would have been 2016 maybe.
Yeah. So just a few years into Noah, just like, you know, popping off, kind of like, he was really hitting his stride. And
maybe maybe earlier than that, actually, thinking about it. But
yeah, very much recommend the as a cartoonist book if anyone's watching and you've not gotten into Van Sciver. He looks like a bit of a cunt. You know, oof. But no, he's great. He's not a cunt. Yeah, he's great. Go get as a cartoonist.
Yeah, great.
He's just had a Toon book out. He's just done that kids book with Toon, like the Paul Bunyan book or something.
Oh,
yeah. It was like Noah versus like doing battle with like 5 sensitivity readers, and
yeah,
it's a kids book. You got to be careful. You know, you don't want all of Noah's, you know, extreme politics to bleed in there.
Yeah,
wrong Van Sciver.
I used to be like a real completionist with Noah's stuff, but it's so hard because there's so much stuff. I think I gave up a little bit, but I need to get on that Maple Terrace. I've not read those yet.
Yeah, I got the second one sitting there. Love the first one. Got to read the second one from Uncivilized Books. We just talked about that last week or so. But yeah, go pick those up. The nice little floppies. Yeah. Mold Map was my pick. Opposite end of the spectrum for Sciver, probably. Super wanky, avant-garde, super design-heavy comics. Another anthology. I've cheated and picked another anthology, but not for any particular artist in here. Just the design. So it's published by Landfill Editions, a UK-based publisher by Hugh Frost. It's co-edited by Leomi Sadler from the Famicon Collective, also in the UK. It's just, I'm in this as well. I hung out with Hugh outside Comic Arts Brooklyn or something in 2013 when he was putting it together, and I started hyping it up online on Tumblr a lot, and I snuck my way in there and stuff. No, I was very lucky to be in there, and rare as hen's teeth. I think I found one listing for this at Copacetic Comics, and it was just it was like $250 or something. It's sold out. Like you cannot find them. I have all the mold maps. I'm very lucky. I got the big first 2, and then this one, the 4th one similar to this, and then number 5's this little like got rubber straps all over it. And it's this weird die cut, beautiful design. I think the 6th issue was just a show. It was just a physical show in the Midlands of the UK that you had to go to. And then the 7th one was just online. It was just like a dedicated website. And the Landfill Editions publisher website is just gone. It's just I went to like, oh, what's Hugh up to? Any new books? And just the website's expired. And the last publication, a Libby Hayes book, came out in 2021. So don't know what Hugh's up to. Don't know. I guess Landfill is over. I don't know, but you know, they put out some Jaco Pallasvuo books. They put out some really great stuff. But yeah, this is all Pantone inks and like fluorescence and the forebear of like the Lagon stuff, like, you know, the super well printed, crazy avant-garde European Lagon series. You know, you got CF in here and all the Famicon people. Noel Frybert in here, Johnny Negron, Blaise Lamy.
Can we see some pages?
Well, here's my spread here. Here's my weird non-Megan Mogg spread.
That's a good one.
Got my cock out there. It's just all weird shit. There's a fantastic Olivia Schrowen comic in here.
Yeah.
This was a big deal at the time for, like, you know, artsy weirdo nerdos. It was a Kickstarter campaign, I believe, but everyone was very excited about this, you know, the nerds at the time. Joseph P. Kelly in there, Lando, a lot of the good British sort of sci-fi artists. Who's this fucking, what was his name? Gabriel Corbera. I used to love this stuff. There's all little booklets in there as well. But yeah, I loved this guy, Gabriel Corbera, Spanish artist, who kind of stopped doing stuff. But I have a big stack of his zines, really great stuff. Very Garo manga type sort of inflected stuff. But yeah, mostly I picked this as like a mid-career, you know, pick, because it just, the design shit, like you can see on like one more year, like I tried to do all like, you know, crazy lettering and foil, and I started getting into fashion around the time this came out, like 2013, 14. That's when I started making money. So I started spending like $300 on t-shirts and going to ridiculous fashion stores. And
it looks like you can see the line of like some of your old zine covers, like kind of in line with that cover there.
Yeah. I just, this crazy fucking Ben Mendelowitz computery sort of post Tim and Eric weird shit, just. Yeah, I've always been into the woofy aesthetic kind of, poxy comics. I love them. I love my meat and potatoes stuff.
Yeah,
I love storytelling and emotion, but I also love poetry, avant-garde, fashion wank, and digital stuff. So, yeah, this is just another influence thing on the pile. Just something that I just find so eye-fuckingly fantastic and just interesting and different.
Yeah.
Anyway, impossible to find. Yeah, good luck to you if you want to track down one of these fuckers. Yeah. I love this cover by Julian Ciceldi. I don't know, Canadian artist, I think. Yeah, lovely stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Should we do a third one?
We do have I do have a third pick. That was the deal, Josh. Don't try and renege out of the deal. I know you feel sick because you ate all those nuts.
I got nut chest, but let's do it.
Nut chest. Are you okay? Can you go on?
Feeling all right. I'm starting to feel it in my legs, to be honest. You ever get I got like restless leg syndrome, and I can feel it coming on right now. Yeah, I feel
start doing some bicycle kicks.
Nut dust spread into my legs.
Oh, fucking
all right. It was really hard to find a third one. Almost picked I was thinking I didn't pick it because it would have become a wank fest, but I think Mega Hex would have been a good third one for this.
Really?
Yeah, it was around the
similar. How embarrassing for you.
Well, it's around a similar time that I changed my mind about your stuff,
Yeah, and I was gonna say because you didn't like it at first. The way I thought Van Sciver was shit at first, and I was like, oh no, he's pretty good.
Yeah. So mine, okay. My pick.
Hold him up. 3, 2, 1. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Jordan Crane, the Crane Man.
Yeah, this one's mostly visual. I don't know, I just find these like so inspiring. And it's just like sparse, like really sparse stuff in here. I want to do a comic as a back cover. I think it's cool. I have all the issues, but I could only find these ones.
Jordan's great.
Cool short stories, like this use of black and white. It's just one of the best black and white.
The way he draws like lights, like he'll do like the white out, and like do these. Oh yeah, really, the car crash scenes in that story.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So this was the first one I got. I think issue 5. Is it 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird magazine type thing. It's like so thick for this issue, but yeah, just like it's like
it's beautiful. I definitely see that being up your alley. That's a solid Pettinger pick.
Yeah.
I was just showing him what this is the color Jordan Crane stuff in the Kramers. My first pick there. Yeah, have you read this cowboy story?
Don't think I have.
It's great. The lighting, the way it changes, all blue at night, and then like with the fire in the cave, and it goes all red, and it's like a cowboy ghost story. Really, really great stuff. I think he serialized it on his Instagram a while ago. He just posted all the panels on the Instagram last year.
So. I think that's probably where I've seen them.
Yeah, I love Jordan Crane. He's a top bloke.
Yeah.
I hung out with him last year at like the opening for the Hernandez brothers documentary or whatever that they made. I mean, Jordan posted up at the bar drinking for a bit, talking dad stuff and drugs and life and politics and all the big things, life and death. He's a great guy to have a natter with.
So what was your pick again?
My pick was Arsene Shrowen by Olivia Shrowen.
Awesome.
Love Shrowen. Already showed Shrowen off in the mold map 3, but this came out in 2014 from Fantagraphics. So I'd read the floppies. Ollie was doing risograph editions himself. I did it in like 3 chapters, the scenes, and yeah, they were blowing people's minds in Melbourne. Like I remember hanging out with Michael Vacaris, my buddy, at his Silent Army storeroom shop where we'd all hang out, and just looking at these Shroud books and just having our minds fucking blown. He's amazing. And then I read this the day after my wife and I got married. I had emergency dental surgery and read this in bed, like fucked off my face on painkillers. I'd eaten this crispy bacon that my wife had cooked, or fiance at the time, when she cooked the bacon, and my tooth just shattered because I'd not been to the dentist for a while, and chew, and just it shattered. And then I was like, as I was saying my vows while we're getting married, my cheek was being like cut up like by this shard, this just ripping me apart, and I was swallowing chunks of flesh. And
I had one of those ones, the sharp one, sharp in the back that cuts when you talk. Yeah, I had that one. So.
Absolutely horrible. I think the year before I'd been eating some cereal and a different tooth that had happened to, and they were just crumbling away like old bits of cake. It was horrible, but yeah, it was such a good time. Fucked off my face on fucking tramadol or whatever it was they gave me, and I read this, and there's a bit in the middle where it's like intermission, like please put the book down and read the next bit a week later. And I was like, I'm sorry, Ollie, I'm just going to keep on reading it. I'm quite high.
Don't tell me what to do, Frank.
Exactly. I'll read the book however I fucking like.
Yeah, he's kind of newer to me, so I think it's going to be a spoiler, but Parallel Lives, I think, is most likely going to be on my, recent picks. I haven't read that one yet. Actually, only Parallel Lives, but yeah, fucking brilliant.
I think it might be out of print, but yeah, it's lovely that the blue and red, it switches between blue and red throughout and stuff, but it's such simple but effective cartooning. I'd say post CF. I mean, I'm assuming CF and all that Fort Thunder stuff was an inspiration on Shroud, and he's my age. He would have been looking at all that stuff, but he's Belgian or whatever, so he's got his own Belgian spin. But yeah, one of the modern masters, like Sunday, his new series from Colorama is incredible, and this reads so well. It's this like Congo tropics kind of thing in the past, and all about like his family, this fake family history. And I've not read it since 2014, but it's fucking great. Parallel Lives, as you said, incredible, incredible. Shroud's one of the best.
And I believe Partners and Son posted this morning that they have all of Sunday, so I think I'm probably going to go there tomorrow and grab those.
Yeah, call them now and say, hold that. Those will sell out real quick. Go get them, Josh. We both need to read all of Sunday and do like a deep dive on it on here or something.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I remember not enjoying the first chapter of Sunday. It just, after Parallel Lives, I found it very down to earth, but I'm sure it picks up and people have been raving about it. And it was good. Looking back, it's like when you're really excited for something and it just doesn't do exactly what you think. You have some preconceived notion of what it's going to do, and it didn't do what I wanted. But
which is, I think, what a lot of people have with the Werewolf Jones book, because they've been like expecting too much, but they've been reading it wrong. So go back again, read it, and then change your review on it. Say that it's actually a good book. That it's well written and it's quite funny. So.
Well, I think so. I got a bit drunk last week and read the Werewolf Jones book, and I enjoyed it. Below Ambition as well. I vacillate between thinking, oh, it's terrible, and then like, oh no, it's fucking awesome. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I read that once. I thought it was brilliant.
They're interesting books, but the general consensus I get from my fan base is that I've failed and put out 2 kind of mid books. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I can come back and bounce back and do another good book before I die. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's all over. Maybe I reached my pinnacle with Crisis Zone. Some people don't even like that. I mean, I've got to get back on the Meg's Coven train and start doing the sadcore stuff. Don't know. Yeah, no, it's mid-career, in the middle of our careers, Josh. That's what we were reading. That's what we were inspired by. And
middle of our career up to now.
Yeah, up to now. I mean, there's many more to go. I mean, just so many more years to go of us. Just creating tomfoolery for the masses. Oh, not masses, but for a small group of weirdos.
Yeah.
kind of oddballs who watch this. Sick people.
Yeah, it's interesting looking back on this stuff and thinking about how it influenced me. Another one, like some other like smaller comics that there aren't enough issues. I didn't think it was worth picking. Was one of them was Blind Spot by Joseph Remnant. That was like of that era. I was looking through that and I was surprised by how many like poses and like sort of like panel compositions I still rip off from that.
Yeah, I remember enjoying those. Oh, sorry, what?
Shame he didn't keep up with that because fucking brilliant artist.
Yeah, I really like the Blind Spot zines, all different stuff, and I didn't. What was the big book he put out? The last big thing with fans, the art school kind of thing. What was it called?
Cartoon Clouds.
Cartoon Clouds. Didn't love it. It's just kind of like Art School Confidential, kind of like it was good, but it just I don't know. It was okay. Drawing was great, but yeah, I didn't love the characters that much.
But that one issue of Blind Spot 3, I think it's like, if I remember it correctly, the whole thing is like a dream sequence. It's quite like ethereal and nice, and I might be misremembering a bit. It's been a long time.
But yeah, I enjoyed just seeing him do different stuff in there, and just it was quite fun. It was a fun anthology.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what he's doing now. He seems to just be pissing about making music with his brother and stuff, and I don't know if he's working on anything. But he kind of seemed to disappear a little bit.
Yeah, I think I remember like he's like a TV guy or something, but I might be wrong on that as well.
Maybe he could be doing something with the TV. I don't know. A lot of people are dabbling about in that world.
I know he's in LA, so
Yeah, his wife's like a record executive or something. I don't know. They're Hollywood.
That's nice.
Yeah, dabbling about in the TV. Everyone's trying to do the TV stuff. I'm going to be out there pitching soon. The strike's over, so I can get out there pitching. And
I want to answer this one. So Ed Wiley says, do either of you feel like you experienced a leap of faith moment when you left the security of an ordinary job to become artist? My one was the pandemic. I got fired when the pandemic happened, and then I was getting that unemployment for a couple months, and I just used that time to become like a full-time artist by just drawing for 16 hours a day and doing like animation gigs and stuff. So I would say, Ed, just wait for the next pandemic and be on your way. What about you? What was your like leap of faith that you went full time?
Monkeypox. Yeah, I was 2013-ish or something, like doing the Vice stuff. Like, I was on government benefits and stuff. Like I'd had a job again for many years, but then I just like, yeah, we got bought out, like the bookstore got bought out and this co-op came in and we've had to form a union to try and like, get them to not fuck us over. And it was just, I was just involved in this union for a while, and then we got a payout and they fucked us all over. But yeah, no, I couldn't go back to work. I was like, I can't have another soul destroying fucking job where I deal with the public and I'm just someone's bitch. So I just decided to go really hard on the comics with my like $3,000 payout. And yeah, got the Vice gig going, started to like do the weekly Vice comics. I was getting like $1,000 a month from that, which kind of took care of the rent, and then doing more zine fairs, selling more zines, getting the Big Cartel going, getting the Tumblr going, started getting the publishing deals, and it all snowballed. And I just put the pedal to the metal, foot on the gas, and never stopped, never took it off. Yeah, it was a leap of faith. I mean, to like, and just a joyous time. Like shit, I'm like fuck, I can tell the benefits people, the government, to fuck off. Like suck my dick. I got a Spanish book deal. I got this money coming in. I don't need you anymore. Like,
did you
adios.
Like tell them something or like do something, or you just stopped like applying? You stopped like.
Yeah, I just said fuck off. I mean, I was going in there and trying to say, look, I've got this Spanish book deal. It was getting really complicated because they didn't know how to code that in the system and how like, trying to do all the tax stuff properly. Like, they weren't used to people coming in and saying like, yeah, I've got a meeting with Cartoon Network next week. I've got all these like European book deals. Like, please, I don't need to go to job training. Like, I'm working really hard. And like, if you just fucking leave me alone and give me a bit of assistance for like a couple of months, I'm going to be flying. And that's what I did. I knew what I was doing. I didn't need to go to grocery store training with a bunch of like white trash bogans who want to stab me and steal all my cigarettes. And the very dodgy people at the job centres. The one I was going to in Melbourne, I had to get the train out to like Sunshine or something, and it was all like white trash bogans, as we call them in Australia. But yeah, scary cunts. And I was some
bad gateway.
Yeah, yes, in Bad Gateway, I write. Yeah, it really did feel like that. Like, just you were going to get eaten alive by these like terrifying people. Yeah, just the kind of people that just looked like they probably like raped kangaroos, like just like evil men with no empathy, like wife beater singlets and shorts, and just hard drinkers. And I imagine they probably went out in the woods and shot animals and raped kangaroos, like just brutal Wolf Creek men. Not a nice place to hang out, especially when you're like a foofy, puffy haired little artist with little badges on and a scarf and like, ooh, comic books. It's not my scene. Yeah, leap of faith. You just I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I'm not going to tell anyone, the young cartoonists out there, like, oh, just quit your job and tell the benefits people to fuck off and just hey, like, I think there's people out there that can work so hard and really push it and really make the best go of it, and they're talented, but it won't take off. I don't know. You have to be lucky. You have to have this magical combination of business savvy and workaholism and luck, and it's who it's who you blow, it's who you get the reblogs from. It's oof.
Yeah, and the right kind of friends who are like encouraging. Just like there's so many different things that have to be in place.
Yeah, like we help each other out. Like I feel like we do therapy calls. Like me and COWDRY get together on the phone, and it's very therapeutic and just a men's support group. Or Alex Graham as well. We're inclusive. We'll sometimes allow women in.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah, just trying to big each other up and stay motivated and stay on it. I'm really glad that COWDRY finished that comic. It's like already at the printers.
War Epic. You can get it now from Stinkstagram on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm behind. I'm in another slump. You've been bashing stuff out as well. I finished my zombie comic, but now it's just sitting there without the covers. And I'm working on this thing for this little anthology, but I'm only at the end of the second page of 4, and it's just been taking me forever. And I keep on starting things. I'm really excited to do it, and then I just like lose steam and just like ugh. And I just always want to be doing something different. I don't know, a bit of Burnout, bit of something. I'm happy, but I'm sad at the same time. I don't know.
I mean, I wonder if part of that is because you're like you're doing these projects that are like the next 5 years of your life. Like if you were just doing if it was like this is just 30 pages or whatever, it'd be fine. But
well, no, I'm doing this 4-page anthology comic. It's just a little thing, and I hate it. I can't stand it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think I'm tired. I'm 41. I'm a dad. I'm chasing my kid around all morning and all night, and my wife was saying you should take a break or something, like take a few weeks off. But I did that in January. I just played video games all day for 2 weeks, and I just became like bleakly depressed and just wanted to get back to work. And then I got back to work and just not enjoying it. I don't know. I've been drawing comics every day of my life, and just comics since I was like 8 years old. Like I said earlier, I never took the pedal, my foot off the gas. So I don't know. I need to pull over to a rest stop and just have a fucking break, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's a time thing. I think I've read all these old interviews where I'm like, the only way I can get this stuff done is if I just fucking go. Like I put the horse blinders on and I just ignore everyone and everything, and I just fucking push myself and I go, and it's all I do. So stopping and starting each day, and just I get like 6 hours a day of like work time, and Monday to Friday, and it's just I don't know. It's stopping and starting. I start to get a rhythm going, and like, oh, okay, now I'm warming up at like 4 in the afternoon, and then I just have to stop. Like, I don't know. I just can't get a good rhythm going. And I don't know. It's been a weird year. I'm just I don't know, feeling less passionate about comics in a way. Maybe I do just want to write for a TV show. Maybe I do just want to ride my bike around and write scripts and not have to do all the drawing. The comics are exhausting. They're backbreaking. It takes a long time. And I'm staring down the barrel of Meg's Coven, all the watercolors. Like, frankly, I don't have the time. You can see it in the background here. These like fucking watercolors. Like, can't be fucked painting all that stuff. You've done your computer colors there, Josh. You can see like. Yeah, easy. I've tried to say to my editor and like, my wife / business manager, like, co-owner of the Meg and Mog business, like, can't I just do pencil colors or computers? And they're like, no, you've got to do the watercolors. So I'll just fucking kill me then. Put me out of my misery.
Yeah, it's quite, it's like a big, massive project in front of you there. Big undertaking.
I think at this point in my career or whatever, I like the ideas. I like to think of the ideas. I like to write this stuff. I like scheming. I'm really excited about this little book we're putting together. I think the actual sitting down and drawing the stuff is just too grueling. I guess I'm getting tired of it. I don't know. I need to strip it back. I just, fans, like, let me know. Like, for hardcore fans of Meg and Mog, I'm asking you a question. Please answer it in the comments if you can be fucked. Would you accept Meg's Coven, the long promised Meg's Coven, drawn, either black and white or with pencil colors or computer colors? Like, the writing will be there, it'll be solid. You'll get it faster than you would if I was fucking watercoloring them. Like, the idea of spending 6 months to like watercolor 30 pages of comics is just not appealing to me anymore. I mean, I could have done it before. I could have done it much faster because I was working like 18-hour days non-stop. But now I've just got like, I can work about a third of the time that I was. So I have to be more careful about what I do.
How did you feel when you were painting those backgrounds for the TV show?
It was pretty horrible and pretty grueling. They didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, really. So when I was doing new paintings for the French art book, I was really excited, like, oh, landscapes. And then I was just like, I don't want to sit here fluffing up bushes for 30 hours and like, just so the bush looks fluffy. Like, fucking hell. Shelf it, never mentioned again. Well, I am inspired to write Meg's Coven. That's what I was just saying. So you've not listened properly there, Breakfast Bog. I was saying I'm very excited about the ideas and the writing. It's just the physical drawing of it. I'd love to draw it in black and white, but I'm just worried that people wouldn't accept that. So yeah, you've missed the question there. Are you drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go, in black and white. I could pump them out in black and white. I could really just like boof them out, but I think the computer coloring looked pretty good. Oh, thanks, Cycle Cleveland. Thanks, fellow cyclist. Yeah. I just think it's the story. Like, the story is the thing. Once you're immersed in it, you're not going to be worried about the watercolors as a reader. I know I wouldn't. Like, I'll take a good story in any form.
I mean, I think this is what the people like. I don't know. This is what the audience thinks. It's like they don't want you to burn out, or
Yeah, it's a small sample study, but yeah, the watercolors are pretty. I mean, I want it to look atmospheric. I mean, Meg's Coven, as it's written thus far, it's quite dark and atmospheric and moody, and so it would be really nice to do all those like nice shaded, dark rooms, and yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I was getting depressed now. Yeah. But yeah, it does feel like a bit of a burden, all this. Well, all these fucking projects. I got like 4 books I've got in my head. It's just, it does feel like spinning plates. It does feel like quite a lot. I've failed at my quarterly zombies book. I mean, I've finished the 2nd chapter, but I mean the first one I finished that in February, I think, and then like released it in May or so. So I've failed. I set this lofty goal, and I should have been able to do it. It's just poor time management.
Isn't the point of setting like a lofty kind of like difficult goal is like even getting close to that is good. Like it might not be like it's a lot to do. Like quarterly zine like that. But if you hadn't set the goal, you might you'd get even less close to the quarterly thing. Like
you've got to challenge yourself. You have to set lofty goals. You don't want to you don't want to be below ambition. Yeah,
you did that.
Anyway, blah blah blah. I was going to start talking about TV stuff again, but I should keep that all under my hat for now.
Yeah, secret stuff. It's good to have secret stuff.
Yeah, no, it is. It's nice. It's like a little secret project we're working on, you and me, for short run. Oh, holy shit balls! Oh, knock. Who's this? Who's knocking at the door?
Sorry, I'm a bit late.
No, that's all right. You turned up. You down at the Wetherspoons?
Oh boy, I wish. No, I was making a bit of pasta.
Oh, lovely.
What do you put on it?
Oh, nothing good. A bit of Wild Rocket and what else? Wild Rocket and pesto and cheddar cheese.
Nice.
Arugula for Americans, for dumb Americans.
Arugula? I thought that was a country.
Yeah, they call it arugula. I was very confused when I moved here. So, where's the? That's not rocket. That's that is rocket. What's it anyway?
You have a new book, Nathan. War Epic.
I do.
It's not War Epic Part 2, is it? It's just War Epic again, right?
It's just fucking War Epic again because I'm out of ideas. I'm spent. Hang on. I need to find some way to prop this device. This is it.
Oh,
Where can
44 pages. Oh,
I know, it's dense. It's pretty dense. It's all color.
Lovely.
Oh, and this is the big cartel. This is the Stinkstagram big cartel, yeah?
Yeah, so to purchase this item, you go to instagram.com/Stinkstagram, or just go on the app if you have the app downloaded.
Yeah.
And then you click on my bio. There's a link to my shop. Right, I'm getting orders coming in now.
Yeah.
Bang. It's all they're flying in.
Nathan, someone says, do you color digitally? When you came and stayed with me and Nate Garcia, you were coloring it with a mouse. Are you still coloring with a mouse like the same way?
It's worse than that. I use that that little touchpad.
Yeah.
So I'm doing like these like micro movements with my fingers, and I think I'm giving myself it gets to the point where the tips of my fingers, like I'll touch it and I'll get like a pain that runs down to my elbow.
Gee.
Yeah, it's not I think I've got a short window in this racket, in this business.
Wow.
Honestly, my nerves are shot to bits. My back, I'm developing a hunch. It's all.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying earlier, I got a new Twitch developed from I did all this inking yesterday, all this like dense inking, and I got this new Twitch from that so I can't focus on the drawing.
No, I mean those pages look pretty black.
Yeah, it's a lot. I did a lot on that.
Do you ever get that like ba-bump, ba-bump, like just somewhere on your body, there'd just be like a little ba-bump, 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 like?
Not on my hands yet, but I feel like, I don't know, you've got a few extra years in this, so I feel like you're probably, I don't know, further down the line.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm sitting on the floor now. I mean, I'm sitting cross-legged on the floor. My back's pretty bad. Like lifting my kid out of the bath, it's like like I'm like my back's pretty fucked. But I don't know.
The other thing I've been doing, so I sometimes cross my legs when I'm drawing, and it's just a habit. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'll have one leg over the other, and then my hip kills me when it's time to go to bed. It's just like agony in my hip.
Wow, that's unconventional.
I love it though. I used to love when I was younger, like going to bed just like really sore. I knew I'd done a good day's work. Like I wrecked my body, and like going to bed so satisfied, just passing out, like just on fire. Like,
yeah. But how can we get this in the US, Nathan?
Well, this is why. In fact, I've got to give thanks to your co-host here because he set me up with these lovely people over at Secret Headquarters.
Yeah, they're lovely.
And they agreed to help me with the shipping, because one of the worst things, as anyone who does this will know, would be the people who, on other continents or other countries. Oh yeah, that's issue number 1.
Yeah,
that's the massage scene.
Lovely stuff. I didn't mean to distract you there, Nathan, with your own work.
No. I mean, it's just so good. I can't help but look at it. So, wait, what am I talking about again? Oh yeah, secret headquarters. Anyway, they basically cut the shipping costs down to nothing really, because I'm now, instead of getting them printed in England and sending them over the pond, instead now I get them printed in the States, sent to secret headquarters. But who knows? This may all go terribly wrong. In fact, I still have to sort some stuff out that I've just realised I've forgot all about while I was eating my pasta.
Wait, so if I order the new War Epic issue 2 from your big cartel, it gets shipped from the US through secret headquarters.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why you don't have a fucking, if I was, the shipping costs to send from here to the States has got to be close to, 10 or 12 English pounds, maybe $10 or something. So it's just unsustainable. So something had to give. Fortunately, Dave and Jules and Tyler and
the tie.
Peace and
Now, what are Brits supposed to do though? If Brits want to order them, or Europeans?
Oh well, I just post those out.
Okay, you post those. Okay.
Yeah. So no, I'm not. I've got nothing else to do now. I'm at such a loose end. I was going to watch. I called you, but I was about to watch that Aliens film.
Which one's that? Is that?
That was the second Alien. So you have the first Alien, and then
the James Cameron one.
Yeah. It's like a thriller.
I watched an Alien film 2 days ago. It's, I think I spoke about on here. What was it? What's it called? No One Will Save You. Really fucking good movie. But then, the third act is just absolute shit.
I can't say I've heard of it.
No, the last third of it was really shit.
There's some new Alien movie I wanted to see. It's got a really weird title. Anyway, I can't think. It looks interesting. Some indie kind of alien movie. Anyway.
I have to say, I think I enjoyed your formative picks YouTube video.
Oh, you've been watching the manga chat.
I fucking love the manga chat. I'm a big fanboy of the manga chat.
Nice to know. You're part of the crew. You can come on whenever you want.
I know. Well, this is a nice impromptu one.
Yeah. So how many pages is this new one?
So the new one's 44. I mean, they're both 44 pages.
It's impressive.
And it seems more impressive because actually I'd done them slightly out of order. What I wanted to do was do them as a book, but for various reasons I've had to split them into volumes, and fortunately I had about 20 pages already done of this, so I kind of could knock out the other ones. So there'll be a gap now before the third volume, which should probably be somewhere close to, I don't know, 5 months, something like that, something depressing.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's just, I think I'm being overly anal with this stuff. Like some of it, like this is just, it's an unnecessary amount of detail when you're printing the comics in A5. There's no need to be doing that. You're not like, you should be just communicating stuff quickly, but I'm sort of going to town with it a little bit.
I mean, it shows when when it's finally collected in the book, I think that'll be worth it. It's going to be like a big, beautiful book.
Yeah, that's true. But I should also say, there's already stuff in both of these comics that are going to be either not in the book or going to be changed and stuff. These, there'll be shit in these comics that won't exist in the book itself. I don't know what yet and exactly, but definitely there's stuff in the first issue that's going to be wildly different in the.
What about the end papers? Have you learned the lesson?
Say again.
What about the end papers in this one?
Oh, yeah. I won't spoil it, but I've got a nice. I've got some. It's the theme in this one is Egypt.
Okay.
So I've got some kind of a Egyptian theme running through the book. Anyway, I think people would like it more than that first one. So let's see. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the next issue of You Alone Nothing.
Yeah, it's done. It's sitting here done. I just need to do the covers and get the damn thing out the door. Yeah.
What's the shipping charges going to be like? The problem is you can't. When you do it in Europe, you can't really do what I'm doing because in Europe the shipping charges are rough to England and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. Just to Canada here, I mean, like I could literally drive the books over the border and give them to people. But you know, it's like $20 to send it in the post, like across the border. It's stupid.
No, it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucking with our business. It's really like it's fucking with my business. Like the postal prices are prohibitive, and people, you know, 30-40% of my business was like Australia, Europe, and now it's just dropped off a cliff. You know. So I need to start distributing the books around comic shops in Europe, but then I'm wholesaling it all. So I'm just giving the stores like half my fucking money. So it's you know, it's hurting. I don't know. Alex Graham's doing like the print on demand thing in Europe, so people can get it, you know, from these sleazy print on demand things, and you know, at a good price. But you know, it's a solution, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than charging people fucking whatever it is. £20 for shipping. I just think.
Yeah, it's just the reality of things. I mean, I get so many complaints, and it's like, yeah, I'm obviously trying to get the cheapest shipping to you possible. I'm not like trying to overcharge you on purpose. But,
I went into Gosh Comics, a great comic shop in London. Gosh Comics. They don't need a plug. They're making money hand over fist.
They're doing all right. Yeah.
But they told me, Josh, that you have some sort of deal set up with Brian of Bubbles.
Yeah.
How's that all work?
Basically, Brian just sent a bunch of different comics from different artists, or like I guess he just sent Gosh a massive package of comics.
Huh.
Just like everyone combined, it was pretty cheap.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, right. What, shipping them over on a big fucking ship or something?
I think just
that's a really good idea. That's a fantastic idea. Just combine it all together, and everyone, you know, it's like a good version of communism. It's fantastic.
There's a question.
Yeah, good on Brian Bubbles. Love him.
The answer to this is yes. I just want to say that.
Spanish goiter is forthcoming.
Yeah, La Cupula.
La Cupula.
Yeah.
Was that goiter in Spanish, or is that the publisher?
Goiter in Spanish, yeah.
Me and Nathan, we were Fulgencio Pimentel, so fuck you, Josh.
Yeah.
La Cupula, fuck you, loser.
Both good companies. I would, you know, not disparage either. Both good companies.
Yeah, they said. What else do they do? What else does La Cupula publish?
They've published, I think, Charles Burns. I think they do Peter Bag.
Nice.
Fuck.
Point, but I think they don't do Ghost World anymore. But maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, they do
good stuff.
A lot of the Fanta books. Love and Rockets, somebody says.
Oh, nice. That's classy. That's good. I think I looked them up when you told me about this. I was like, I hadn't heard of them actually. I went and looked them up, and I was like, oh, that's okay. It's impressive. That's good. In good company. Yeah. So Fulgencio, who are we with? We've got, you know, Shrowen and Woodring, Joe Matt. We're in good company there, Nathan.
Yeah. I want an excuse to go over there as well and
oh god, imagine if
hang out with Caesar.
Imagine if the three of us here could go on a Spanish tour together. That would be incredible.
Yeah, lads on tour.
It's got to happen.
Yeah. I'm terrified to travel post-COVID and with my kids, and just the idea of being stranded overseas away from my kid. But at some point, I've got to start being such a pussy and get out back in the world. And the three of us could go to Spain. Fucking hell.
For the next book.
Yeah, You and I need to do more mini trips, Josh. Like just like we're doing short run, but just I don't know, both of us rock up to a zine fair, and Nathan, you need to come over next year for Comic Con. The three of us could all drive down to Comic Con. It's such a good weekend.
It would be good. I just can't see it like that trip, that last trip. Really fucking, really. Sorry, I got something in my throat. It really was expensive, that trip to the States.
Yeah, but we were eating fancy and we were drinking a lot, and
yeah, saying a lot of. And who was it? Oh yeah, hanging out with Stang. It's good hanging out with Stang.
I love we're driving around with Jimmy Brown in a fucking Mustang. It's just so awesome.
I was talking about Audra Stang. You were talking about Mustang.
Oh yeah, Mustang, Audra Stang, same Stang.
Two different Stangs, both equally fucking good. Both got great horsepower. No, it was really. It was. I regret not a moment of that trip. It was great fun, but I definitely have been living like a bit of a monk ever since. But that's although having said that, I fucking went to Greece for fucking 6 nights, so I haven't been living like that much of a monk.
There for a wedding or something?
Yeah, my friend Oliver's wedding. He's marrying a Swiss girl in Greece.
Looks like a fun trip. Poolside follies and just some drinks. Lovely.
It's really good. We all sort of pulled together and got a villa. And if you're all in a big house together, you can get some pretty nice accommodation. So yeah, we had this thing that was overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. It's like all those. Either of you ever been to Greece?
No.
Oh man, well on those islands, and the sun comes down, and you can see the islands in the distance, and they're all sort of silhouetted, and they just look like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks like nothing you can imagine. Yeah, it was pretty good. Just drunk a lot of ouzo. It's just like kind of licorice tasting, aniseedy kind of.
It's like Iraq, or like Iraq or something. A-R-A-K.
Oh, raki. Yeah, that's from Crete, I believe. But yeah, that stuff's really good as well, raki.
Yeah. I can't stand that aniseed taste.
I like it. I like little shots of it. It's nice.
I love hard spirits, but they're not good for my personality.
Yeah.
I just want. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just one of these people who I can't handle my booze. Really, that's the problem.
Yeah, I need to watch myself, or I'll be like pissing in the hall, or I'll like wake up with no pants out the back of the pub in the alley.
Yeah, so many incidents.
Everybody I know slowly for just months and months of becoming like increasingly angry, miserable, moody, and just pushing everybody away slowly.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to. I don't know. I had 6 months off the source at the start of this year. Did I say 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, 6 weeks. Not 6 months. Anyway, but it was a good one, and made me wonder why I don't do that more often. But
yeah.
Yeah, I got in the habit of having a couple of beers at night, the kiddos down to sleep, and I just, get a bit drunk, play some video games, do the dishes, and I was getting a big gut, like a big beer gut, and just like, I gotta stop,
Yeah, the gut's the worst part.
Yeah.
The gut's the giveaway.
Yeah, you want to be just chugging on the water if you can.
Yeah. I've been really non-alcoholic beer. Yeah, I've been drinking that, and I like the you get that that original, like the first beer you have at an evening, and you just go like, you get that, but then nothing else really beyond that.
No, well, when my friend Will doesn't drink, and he was knocking them back on this trip. He was just pounding, he was just, like keeping up the whole way, just pounding back non-alcoholic beers. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's quite
don't
nice
see
to
the
know
point.
that you could still drink to excess, even if you're like drinking the 0%.
I'd rather have a soda or something. I don't really like the taste
Tango
of beer
apple.
that much. I enjoy it with the alcohol. I don't know.
Am I misremembering, Nathan? That was banned in England, or just the adverts were banned?
Oh yeah, you got tangoed.
When on the ears, some kids went deaf from there's a tango advert that goes, "You've been tangoed," and this big guy whacks them on the ear like that. But a couple of kids went deaf from that.
Yeah. I'm fairly sure I got tangoed a few times.
I got tangoed a lot. Yeah.
I'm sorry to be drinking my imported soda and bringing up all these bad memories for you, Brits. I'm sorry.
No, it's a classic. I have a lot of respect for tango and tango drinkers. I just feel like it's different. It's cultured. All the fizzy drinks, that's kind of there's something about you if you're holding it.
What about? I've been away so long, I don't know the context of these anymore. What about Tizer? Is that fancy?
Tizer? I don't know about Tizer. Apple Tizer?
Yeah.
Oh, apple Tizer. I think that's a bit posh, isn't it?
That's good. That's just a bit posh. You can't. I don't. Well, maybe you can buy it in cans, but I think it generally is more of a bottled.
The green glass bottles, very posh. I used to drink them in Richmond upon Thames.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were all swanky back in your olden days.
Yeah. Down the road from Jagger and Pete Townsend. Yeah, I was rocking it. David Attenborough walking. Hello, David. Yeah. But what about a Rubicon? It was a Rubicon. Josh, you kind of implied that Rubicon was a bit posh or something.
I don't know if that's the word I used. I think we might have to go back in the messages. I think it's something. I don't think I can say it.
I think we can all infer what you mean there.
Yeah.
I love
you definitely
mango Rubicons. Yeah. Definitely what?
No, I'm not going to say that.
Anyway, soda talk. Yeah, I imported a bunch of British sodas recently. You got the Tangos, the Rubicons. Love them.
I don't think they sell Rubicon at the chip shop.
Really?
No.
I used to get them at the Tesco Metro. Just roundabout.
Trying to think if I've got. You guys are always showing off your different comics and stuff, and I feel like I've got stuff.
Yeah, you bought anything interesting recently, Nathan?
Anything exciting you or anything currently? You just been working hard on your own stuff and often eating yogurt.
I definitely have some stuff in there, but I'll maybe we'll do it on the next one. I'll do. Who I ran into the other day? A very big inspiration to me, John Chandler.
Oh, really?
I went up and visited. They were doing some event called Page Masters, and he was there with all the breakdown crew. And John himself isn't producing much new stuff, but he has got a graphic novel that was out not that long ago called John's Worth. That's
Here it is.
And it's
from Breakdown Press.
From Breakdown Press.
It's great. Lovely cover. Yeah. Lovely shiny book.
Anyway, just thought I'd give John a little plug because he really is like just the drawing is so good and the story is so pulpy and propulsive, and his stuff is just like there's just no nonsense, just good fun comics, and just so raw. His drawing style is so raw and minimal.
I love Johnny Chandler. I once spent a lovely day with him and Jim Hemmingfield from Breakdown. We just went around eating Tesco sandwiches and went to the pub and went shopping for video games, and it's just a lovely day. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah, Jim was there as well.
Oh yeah, beautiful Jim.
Who else? I had a big argument with Joe Kessler about Dragon Ball. He doesn't like Dragon Ball.
He was Joe Kessler being all posh and foofy or something.
Yeah,
anti-Dragon Ball. I fuck him.
It was really good. I could feel it ramping up. Like the vibes were good, but I could feel it there. That's a classic.
Dragon Ball, awesome.
But I could feel it getting a bit tasty, and he was like saying stuff about the writing and stuff, and I could feel like the tension. It was going to turn in something, and unfortunately, I can't remember why. Oh, I had to get it was a Sunday, so I had to get the last train home. Otherwise, it all would have kicked off. We'd be just fighting over Goku.
I would have thought he'd like Kessler. It just looks like Lando's work or something. This could just be like a Decadence comic or something. Fuck you, Kessler. Cocksucker.
Yeah. Fucking Kessler. No, he's all right. His book's all right as well, I suppose. Le Goal Yet In. The name needs some improvement, but the work is fantastically good.
I love my Kessler. Yeah, the Goal Yet In from the New York Review. He seems to be designing a lot of the covers for their other books recently, sort of in with them now. And he's an interesting cartoonist, an interesting lad.
Yeah, I think I've got a different version than that. I got one of him.
Yeah,
at the 2021 Angoulême. Well, obviously Goku in Dragon Ball Z is just lame. In Dragon Ball, he's the best character, but once Vegeta enters the scene, to me, Vegeta is the king of Dragon Ball Z. But Dragon Ball Z has a short window. After Frieza, not interested. I like Saiyan Saga. I like Namek Saga, sort of, but once Goku turns Super Saiyan, it should end. That's my view. So this is just a response to the audience question. I realise.
I got really into a Yu Yu Hakusho last year. You watch that?
I can't say I know that one. No.
That's a good one. Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a fun anime.
You watch anime, Josh? What?
I've seen that one.
Jesus.
Oh, I've got a good alternative suggestion for an anime. There's one called Golden Boy, which is just like about this loser guy. It's a 1980s anime, and he's just doing like a series of jobs very badly, and it's really good fun. And it's just him getting in these little scrapes, and it's filthy. It's crazy and filthy, but as of a couple of years ago, it was all on YouTube. So if anyone wants like a really cool, filthy 1980s anime, I like Berserk, but I'm not that familiar with it. I'm not familiar with it enough to. I've been thinking about getting those deluxe editions. Yeah.
I got the first one here. It's good looking stuff.
I hate the way they caption the fucking sound effects though. I really hate that. Like, I just wish they didn't do that.
Kachak, Zook.
Yeah. It's unnecessary.
I've seen it done in a more intrusive fashion, though.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's not that bad, and I'm sure you just get used to the language of it if you're reading it. But no, I need to fully. I've watched a few episodes and stuff, but I'm not like I know other people who are really die hard, but not me.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool that I love all that medieval stuff.
Yeah, I think you ever see Jasper Jubenville does a lot of really cool Berserk illustrations.
Really?
Yeah, that's my only experience of Berserk.
Yeah, that's who got me into it as well. Is just Jasper posting all that insane fan art that he was having fun drawing. It's nice that Jasper's just like he's so into drawing. He's young. Like, I was just moaning before you came on, Nathan. I was just moaning about feeling old and tired, and just maybe I'm tired of comics, of drawing them in some way. But yeah, Jasper, there's just such pure, unfettered joy in his drawing. He's just he's just having fun. You can tell he's just like really fucking having fun.
No, he's incredible. I can't believe really some of those compositions, the detail. Yeah, it's mind-blowing stuff.
His penciling is like the roughest fucking shit. Like he just is like, and then it just like he just inks it in the most incredible detailed way.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Have you started the next issue, Nathan?
No, I've got nothing. I am slightly. I don't know. I'm terrified of it because there's no turning back now. This has to be. This is going to be what it is, but to be honest, I think it's like that thing where you start your comic and you're like, okay, this could go in so many directions, and it's really intense trying to decide. But what happens after a little while is, once you've made the decision and there's no turning back, it makes it so much easier. All these like potential things go away, and actually I know exactly what these next two issues are going to be, and I'm quite I don't know, I kind of feel excited now, but obviously in a month I'll be at the start. No one likes starting a new thing. It's fucking, or the middle bit. The middle bit's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Just the fucking, like, there was a couple of pages in this where I could tell, I like look back at it and go, oh fuck, if I'd put him in those clothes it would have been much funnier. And like, I don't know, I think that I missed a few obvious jokes in here purely out of that halfway through the graphic novel wanna like bash pages out kind of thing. And it's not what you should do ever. Like, I just feel like you should always have the presence of mind and not be on autopilot. And it's when you look back at a comic and you realize that there's certain parts of it that you were checked out for, you can never look at those pages. Yeah. Doesn't matter how good the rest of the comic is, you checked out on those pages, and it's fucking frustrating.
Yeah, I went back into Zombies Chapter 2 and just like, you know, I was just like, I'm done. I finished. I'm done. But then I was like, nah, this sequence is shit. Like, I went back in for like a couple of days and had to do all this work to make it better. Yeah.
No, it's good. You have to, I think. Otherwise, you have to live with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry that burden around with me, an undershaded sequence. Oh.
No. So what were you? What was the mid? What was the title of this before?
Mid-career picks. We were just picking books that we like, books that are influential from like the halfway point from starting comics to now.
Yeah. Yeah, just following on.
I showed Simon this the other day, but hang on a sec.
Don't show me your cock again, Nathan. Come on. He's going to come back with no pants.
It's prime for comedy, that, but... oh, fucking... This thing is so good. Fucking... It was... do you know what? You get it secondhand. It's not as expensive, but this stuff for the early pages is so good. All right, earlier.
Yeah, you're showing me like nice Snow White stuff.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, they just have all these like, all this like.
Oh.
When Disney kind of looked a little bit like strange and goth.
Yeah.
You know, I feel.
It looks a bit Woodring, doesn't it?
It does, and Al Columbia definitely. I mean, Al Columbia maybe is more Fleischer Brothers stuff, but this stuff is still. Anyway,
like, Disney was working with Salvador Dali and stuff in the early days. I mean,
I love Disney. It's not a very politically correct, you know. Disney himself was a bit of a funny old boy.
Yeah.
He was of his time.
Yeah. And also, you saw, you know, who's winning here. You know, there's probably a lot of people that. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book. I might have to track that down.
Yeah, no, it's like the entire thing is just fucking like, Jesus. There's Alice stuff. Oh my
that's
god,
lovely.
this is chaos. It's so heavy. But there's just sort of stuff like this, like
Fantasia,
yeah, and it's all just like watercolor images and sort of I don't know. It's just very, you know, like a lot of these books are just quite phoned in often. This one, it's, you know, you have like these nice big spreads, and I don't know. You can look
at got Encanto in there. You got Moana in there.
No, I think fortunately, I think it stops at like when does it stop? The 50s or something.
You missed Lion King and
oh no. No Encanto. Oh yeah, my Encanto story.
Yeah, I love that story. Yeah, I do. Unironically, I love Encanto.
I'm sure it's really good. I think it's one of those you would never watch it unless
you
have a child.
But with a child, it's fantastic. It's really full on. Like the first song in it, it's like just like this info dump. Like it's such a big family, and the Mirabelle, the main character, just thinks it's like fast Miranda song, just like bang 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 bang, and it's just like fucking hell. I have to look down at my kid and like make sure she's not like, you know, freaking out. Just a massive info dump. Anyway,
find out if she has epilepsy real quick with that stuff.
Yeah, no, I've tested her with that old Pokemon episode. Yeah, she didn't have fit. Do you remember that? You remember that old Pokemon episode that like caused all those fits?
Didn't they made didn't they do an episode of The Simpsons? It was like GoBots or something where they
the Super Chocobot Variety Hour or something, and when they all had the fits. But the eyeballs were all big. But.
Yeah.
When was that? That must have been like 98 or 99 or something. But when Pokemon Fever was first hitting.
Oh man, those are the days. You know, it's still big. My nephew loves that stuff. Or well, he had his phase. He had a lot shorter a window with it than I did because he's 7. I think he was. It was the best thing in the world between sort of 6.5 and 7, and then he fell out of it.
Yeah.
I remember the switch from Pogs to Pokemon. I remember being quite upset because I was still into Pogs. Everybody I wasn't interested in Pokemon. I just wanted. I was quite upset about that. I also remember the switch from football stickers to Pogs and being upset that everybody suddenly is into Pogs, and I still just I wanted to swap football stickers.
Yeah, it's just there's no winning, is there? I remember being extremely bad at yo-yo, just really fucking bad at yo-yo, and I just
my mum. I used to. This is the book. The story Strength in the Werewolf Jones book is based off of this like era of my life. But one of the kids that is the kid from Strength is based on threw my yo-yo out of a window of a moving car. My mum's. I remember insisting that my mum stop being a part of that program.
Oh, I thought you meant like stop to go and get the yo-yo.
No. We had to look after. We had these kids come stay with us. You know, like special needs kids, and
that's the politically correct term, special needs.
Yeah, and I remember that was the breaking point for me. Was one of them throwing the yo-yo out of a moving car. I'll stop doing that, being so generous with your time and looking after these kids.
Yeah, I mean. Was the string attached to his finger, or was it just a complete?
I took it out of my hand and threw the yo-yo.
Well, was there there must have been some reason you were showing off or something? Was that rock the cradle thing in front of him?
Why do you jump to this being my fault somehow?
I don't know, but you just must have angered him in some way if he's going to.
Yeah, you're playing the victim here a bit much, Josh. I refuse to believe that you weren't somehow.
I just don't think nothing happens in a vacuum, Josh.
Out anyway, so
I don't know. We'll never know, I suppose.
Nathan, let's team up and we'll get Josh a new yo-yo for Christmas.
Yeah. We'll get him a what's it? The Viper. I remember the Viper was a pretty good one.
Get one of those light up ones that makes like whistling noises.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember HANSELMANN? He was quite famous at the time. He was like the most famous yo-yo guy.
This is going to this at this state. There's no one watching this anymore.
We're just talking about yo-yos.
There is no one watching this. Even I'm checking out of the yo-yo chat.
Should we call it?
I was looking at the time. Like, oh, maybe we should wrap this up. Like, oh. Let's wrap it up. We're just talking about yo-yos and pogs.
I just feel like it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere good from here.
Yeah. Well, the first hour is, absolutely premium content, and then if you stick around, this is a little business. The quality's not as good, but it's something.
No, all right. Can I get one more plug in for my thing?
Yeah,
of course.
War Epic. You can get both. You get War Epic 1 and War Epic 2.
Lettering cover's incredible.
And what's that?
The lettering on that cover's insane.
I know. Do you know what's really funny is it wasn't that hard to do.
Yeah.
That's what's so. I mean, I don't think it's like. Do you know what? I think I'm just quite. This sounds arrogant. I think I'm just quite good at lettering because I did so much with that Sea Diver stuff. I would do lettering on every single page. And I think by now, for some reason, I think it was just a school because every week I'd have to come up with a new way to letter. Fuck, I've got booze on this.
So people from the US just buy it off you and it defaults to like US shipping through secret headquarters.
So basically, I'm going to send out the Europe stuff. And then what will be left is just all the US or I'll at least click shipped once so I'll do a run from here because there's a window. Basically, I'm taking them off sale. Okay, yeah, there's another thing I have to say. I'm taking them off sale October 9th. So they're up for 10 days and then they'll be gone again until volume 3 drops. So if you do want to read these, you have a little window here to get them.
All right, shit.
Okay, that's good to know.
So anyway, what I'm going to do is just while they're coming in, I'll start shipping them out my side, and then once the cutoff happens, all that'll be left with the States, and then basically, I think they'll just do them all in one go. This fellow Tyler sounds like he's on top of it. Breakfast. Oh, Nate, my boy.
Trail is my answer, and I fucking regret it.
Yeah, you need to be working, Nate. What are you doing? You've got deadlines. You need to be finishing your book. Thank you very much. Or playing in your band. I had an egg. I had eggy bread, egg on toast with coffee and juice.
That's actually different English eggy bread. Eggy bread in England's like French toast with, right?
It's like throw it in a hole. Like you make the hole and you put the egg in the middle of the toast and fry it up. I put ketchup on it. I have it with little ham cubettes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. It was fucking great.
I had egg on toast as well, but it was just fucking scrambled egg, fucking wartime style. It wasn't very exciting. Just you know what was exciting? They have a thing Activia over here, which I think is heavily marketed to women, but I buy them.
It's woman's yogurt, yeah.
And
it's full of estrogen. Be careful.
That's all right. I need a bit more. Too manly. and so they do these walnut and oat yogurts, and they have just the lid just says fiber in big letters, and I don't know, something about that just fucking tickles me. I'm like, oh yeah, just a big pot of fiber.
Nice.
So I had that, mate. I had that and a cup of coffee as well. Oh yeah, I should say as well, while we're on the subject of Nate, I can't fucking wait for Flippy. Nate's I cannot fucking wait for that. He showed me a couple of little excerpts from it, and it's all black and white. He's doing it Jubenville style. It looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's looking hot as fuck. Domino books that's coming out soon. 2 books. He's working hard. Yeah,
and the zine as well with his Molly
Dwyer. Oh, Dwyer.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, we're all pushing it. The gang, Alex Graham as well. The gang, Jubenville, the whole gang. We're all pushing it, trying to save comics.
Charles Burns' new thing as well. Seen all of it. Looks fucking. Can't wait for
Yeah,
it.
haven't we?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm desperate to read that new Burns thing in English. Fucking lucky Frenchies.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He is the fucking man.
He really is. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so
let's wrap it up, lads.
War Epic.
Go and get your War Epic. Josh and I'll be hyping that up the next few manga chats we do, and on the Instagram stories, get the punters in there, pick that up. Highly recommended. Thanks for dropping by, Nathan. It's lovely to see you as always.
Oh, of course. I mean, I would have come earlier, but I just went on my Instagram and saw Josh had invited me. So that's my excuse for my tardiness.
All right, fair enough.
It was great tail end yo-yo chat.
Yeah. Oh, man. We're bringing it back. Let's bring back yo-yos as well. Comics and yo-yos.
Let's do it. All right, guys.
Oh, I can't wait, Nate. All right. Lovely to see you, boys. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
All right. Love you guys. See everyone tomorrow. More manga chat tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.